bring those hands onto your knees and let's get settled. Let's let our minds enter this practice. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, lift your chin up. Breathe out, chin down. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. And keep going. Like you are nodding your agreement to this time. Committing yourself to be fully immersed. Also learning to work with the breath so that you wait for it before the next move. On your next inhale, roll your head over to that right shoulder, and then afterwards just sway it back down to your chest and then to the left. Breathing in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Coming back to the center, inhale and lift those arms all the way up. Interlace your fingers, push these palms up high above you. Exhale and round your back, navel in. Inhale and press those palms up, arching the spine. Exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Placing your hands on the floor, inhale and go onto all fours. Exhale and push your weight all the way forward, keeping a nice diagonal line with the body. Inhale and sink back and just go ahead and push again towards the front. Exhale. Inhale, this time point your fingers towards your knees. Then press your shoulders forward. Then focus on exhaling all that air as you sit all the way back to your feet. Inhale and shortly in front. Start sitting back. Exhale. This time, adjust your hands so that the back of the hands are the ones on the floor and the fingers are pointing towards you. You're going to arch the spine in cow pose. Breathe in. Tuck the tailbone. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Inhaling, and once again, have your palms facing down to the mat. Exhale and tucking your toes, lift those hips nice and high. And you can either sway your hips side to side, or even just bend the knees one after the other. Getting the body nice and warm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bending those knees, inhale and step forward, legs together. And really long neck here. Exhale, bow down. And when you're standing like this, try to draw your thighs inwards. Inhale, round the back slowly up. Exhale and gaze forward. Inhale, sweep these arms over your head. And as you exhale, take your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers, bowing down. Rotate your shoulders up and back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bending those knees, inhale and sweep your arms towards the front, keeping them shoulder width apart. Reach your body into this nice back bend. And then exhale, fold with a straight spine. Bringing your hands right beside your feet, relax the head. Inhale and gaze forward. You can step back or hop back and lower down to chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale into that upward dog, broad shoulders, and squeeze your buttocks. Exhale to downward facing dog. Lifting your right leg up, breathe in. As you breathe out, take your knee towards your left elbow and then sway it over to the right side and lift your knee and then again swing it over to your left elbow. So we want to try and really turn out the hips. Lift that hip up to the right side. You're still in a plank and once again sway it to your left elbow and then sway it out, then step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up, breathe in. Knee to your right elbow, breathe out. Turning out the hip, lift the leg. And again, to the elbow, exhale. Inhale and lift up. Good. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Then step back. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward dog, breathe in. And downward facing dog, breathe out. Bounce your hips up and down, breathe in. Breathe out. Gazing forward, inhale, you're going to hop your feet outside of your mat beside those hands. So go ahead and bring your feet there, stepping if you need to. Then exhale, bow your head down and relax the neck. Taking your hands all the way behind you to interlace your fingers like earlier. Inhale and try to stretch these arms away from the body. And once again, rotate your shoulders left and right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Placing your hands down on the floor. Inhale and look up. As you exhale, bend your knees and then just hop your feet behind your hands and then bend your knees and bend your elbows, look forward. Inhale, transfer more weight to the tips of your fingers. Exhale, maybe try and get your toes off the floor or otherwise just keep leaning to the front towards your chaturanga arms. Breathing in. Let's do our chaturanga. Breathe out. Inhale, upward facing dog, shoulders wide. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, take your hands all the way towards your feet. Breathe in. And slide your hands underneath the feet so that your toes can touch your wrists. Bend the knees if you have to. Inhale and turning those thighs inwards to feel that hip separation. Exhale, bow down. Sway the body slightly forward. Breathe in. Pull yourself lower. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right, bending those knees, inhale and sweep your arms all the way up. Lean back. And as you exhale, fold forward with a straight spine. Placing your palms just there in front of your toes, relax the neck. Crawl to plank, breathe in. And as you breathe out, face towards the right side of your mat so that it's the right arm that comes up to the ceiling. Breathe in. And you sweep that arm underneath the body. Follow where your fingers go. Inhale and lengthen. This time, that right arm comes beside the head, reaching over to the front of your mat, lifting your hips even higher. Inhale that arm up, then bring it towards your hips. And exhale, drop your hand down to the floor, and let's do the other side. Inhale that left arm up, hips higher. Exhale, sweep the arm underneath. Nice body twist. Inhale, extend the arm. And sweep the arm beside your ear. Exhale, and hips even higher. Inhale, arm up to the ceiling, and then towards the hips. Exhale, hand down to the floor, and let's lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, engaging the buttocks. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend and bounce, breathe in. Breathe out. Hop to the front of your mat, breathe in. Head down, breathe out. Round the back, slowly up, breathe in and add these arms. Bring your palms together. Then slowly fold forward until the hands are once again right beside your feet. Looking up, breathe in. Step or hop back into chaturanga, breathe out. And upward dog, engaging the buttocks, broader shoulders. Nice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up, inhale. Exhale, take your knee towards your chest and step your foot down right between your hands. Inhale with your arms spreading out to the side, come into your high lunge, palms together. Exhale, turn your body into your warrior two, keeping your shoulders pressed down to create a nice flat back. Then inhale, stretch your right arm all the way to the front of your mat. Exhale, place it down outside of your foot. You can use a block if you have one there. Inhale, straighten your legs and reach this left arm alongside your ear so your upper body is in this full horizontal line. Exhale, bend your right knee. Take your body to reverse warrior. Inhale, left arm wrapping behind you, reaching for your inner right thigh. And exhale, humble warrior. Take both hands behind you, bow your head down. Then, inhaling, look forward, drop your left hand down to the floor beside your foot, square your hips. Move your right hand towards the front. Breathe in and rotate it, point it back, breathe out. Bending now your left knee. See if you can possibly still catch that left foot. Letting your right foot turn out to the side into this bigger hip opening. And inhale the right arm all the way up, framing your leg. Exhale, left knee off the earth. Step into your plank, breathe in. And facing to your right side, breathe out. Right arm up, breathe in. And lift your arm beside your head, breathe out. Inhale that arm all the way up and then to the hips. Exhale, plant your palm to the mat, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Again, engage the buttocks. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now left leg up, breathe in. Knee to your chest, breathe out. Stepping your foot down between the hands, crescent lunge. Inhale, spread those arms. Sink the hips lower though. Exhale into your warrior two. Stretching to the front of your mat, breathe in. Palm flat outside your foot. Inhale, lengthen your legs and take your right arm alongside your ear, really stretching over. Exhale. Bend your left knee, take a deep breath. Inhale and stretch all the way back into your reverse warrior. Exhale, take both hands behind you into your humble warrior, head towards the floor. Inhaling, gazing halfway, drop your right hand, square your hips. Left arm comes forward and then up, pointing back. Lower your right knee. Catch hold of your foot. Roll over to the left side of your foot, breathing in. And releasing, returning your left hand to frame your leg, breathe out. Step into your plank, breathe in. Face the left side of your mat, breathe out. Arm up, breathe in. Take your arm alongside the ear, breathe out, and hips higher. Inhale, arm up to the ceiling, then down to the hips. Exhale, come to chaturanga. And engaging your buttocks. Inhale, upward dog. Great. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your hands towards your feet. Breathe in. And then roll your spine slowly up. Breathe out. Arms above you. Breathe in. And then just bend your knees. Lean your chest diagonally forward while the hands are moving towards your heart. So inhale, lift your heels all the way up. Balancing there evenly with all 10 toes. Exhale your heels down. Now interlace your fingers and push these palms away from you. Inhale, lift your heels. Arms are coming there alongside the head. Exhale and lower the heels, lower the arms in front of your knees. Repeat. Inhale and lift up. Exhale. Very good. Inhale, think about using the muscles along the shoulder blades. Make this happen. Exhale, take those hands behind you. Interlacing them also, but this time palms facing each other. Inhale, stand tall, lean back. And exhale, fold with a straight back. Arms away from hips. Breathe in. Head closer to your legs. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Releasing your hands onto the mat. Crawl forward. Inhale. And to chaturanga. Exhale. Upward dog. Inhale. Now we do our double chaturanga. So again, tuck your toes, bend your arms, lifting up to plank, then downward dog. Exhale. Right leg up. Inhale. And take your knee to your right elbow. Exhale, stepping your foot down outside the hand. Inhaling and lift your right arm all the way up and behind you. Exhale and extend your hand in front and then drop your elbows down, interlacing both fingers or both hands, and then just sway your hips left and right. Breathing in. Breathe out. Work with your upper back muscles. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Step your legs together. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, dip your right hip towards the center of your mat. It doesn't have to touch though. Inhale and come back to the middle. Navel in. Exhale, dip the left hip towards the center. Inhale. Again, dip your right hip, but this time you actually let your hip touch the floor now. And we readjust our right arm so it's pointing towards the long end of our mat. Then bend your knees here, and your left leg should be more in front. Reaching your left hand up as well. Inhale and lift your hips. Make sure these legs are straight, elbow under the shoulder. Exhale, keeping your legs straight, dip your hips down. And then lifting up. Exhale, dip down. And lift. Then release. Again, dip up and dip down. Let's do 4 more. 3. Keeping the shoulders real wide. 2. 1. As your hips touch the ground, bend the knees even more so the feet come closer to the hips. Slowly sit up from there so the right arm is the one you lift over the head and it tilts over. Good. Inhaling, releasing that, drop your right hand. Exhale, then face the front of your mat. Square those hips, step into plank, breathe in. And then lower to chaturanga, breathe out. Upward dog, breathe in. Engage the buttocks. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Left leg up, breathe in. Knee to your left elbow, breathe out. Step your foot down outside the hand, sinking the hips. Sweep your left arm forward, breathing in, bringing it all the way behind you. And breathe out, lift it up, elbows both down in lizard pose. Sway side to side, breathe in. Breathe out. Working with your upper back, lift your hips. Inhale, step those legs together. Navel in. Exhale, dip the left hip down. Inhale, come back to the middle. Exhale, dip to the right. Inhale, come back. Exhale and dip to your left. And then let your hip touch the ground. Readjusting your left hand to point to the long end of your mat. Bending your knees slightly. Right leg is more in front. Reach your right hand up. Take a deep breath, inhale. And let's exhale to straighten our legs. Inhaling, hips almost come to the ground. And exhale, they rise. Inhale slightly down. Exhale up. Breathing in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Keep the neck straight. Breathe out. 4 more. Breathe in. Working with your obliques here. Breathe out. Shoulders wider. Breathe in. Think that you're holding on to a pole above you. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. Breathe in. Hips up. Breathe out. So resting the hips down, bend your knees, feet closer towards you. Then slowly sitting up, left arm reaches up and over. And inhale, releasing, hands to the front of your mat. Exhale, square your hips. Step to plank, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward dog, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward dog, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward dog, breathe in. Keep trying. Chaturanga, breathe out. And 1 more, breathe in. Go straight to downward dog. Breathe out. Swing those hips left and right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Bending your knees, bouncing. We're going to hop our feet again outside of the mat. Get them as wide as you'd like as we're doing our forward fold. So inhale and hop the feet outside the mat. Lengthen your legs first. Exhale, bow your head down. Now, if you have extra length in your arms there, you may walk your hands to go towards the back of your mat. And then even bend the elbows more so that the head can truly point down. Keep the shoulders wide. Gazing forward, breathe in. And turn the fingers to point towards the front of your mat, but go for that same bent elbow position like your chaturanga. And then bend your knees. So think about your triceps as a nice shelf or a nice chair to sit on, making sure the elbows are right above those wrists. The more you sit down and the more you really try and connect the legs to the arms, the easier this next pose becomes. Titibhasana. Look forward, shoulders back, placing more and more weight onto the arms. Try to lift your feet off the floor. Pointing your toes, trying to get your legs straight here. Lengthen the elbows and then just try and squeeze those legs into the arms so that the elbows can go straighter and you still have a place to rest them on. Keep going, keep trying. Very nice. Good work, Serpa. Keep going. 2, 1. Releasing that. Inhaling, extend your legs. Very good, everyone. Exhale, bow your head down. Take the hands through the feet and just rotate the wrists for a moment. We're going to go again into our chaturanga from here. So placing your palms nice and flat on the mat. Breathe in. Bending your knees, chaturanga. Breathe out. Upward dog, breathe in. Downward dog, breathe out. Now drop your elbows onto the mat. And inhale, lean your head forward, quite close to your fingers. And exhale, move to your dolphin, push the shoulders back. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, lean. And exhale. Looking to your hands, interlace your fingers. If you would like, just continue to do that swaying forward and back, just to strengthen the upper body. Or already take yourself to either your feathered peacock or just the normal headstand. So find your version of upside down and breathe through it. Working with the shoulders. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to that dolphin pose, look forward, breathe in, and pressing up to your palms for a downward dog, breathe out. Hop your feet between your hands, breathe in, and slowly sit down, breathe out. Adjusting your feet, but still with your knees bent. Inhale, stretch your arms forward. Exhale, round your back slowly down. We're going into our shoulder stand. So just drop your arms to the floor, framing your legs. Keep your knees bent. We'll do it this modified way. Breathe in, going to plow first. As you breathe out, roll these hips up to the ceiling, touch your feet to the floor, flexing them first. As you adjust the arms, make it easier for you to lay on your shoulders. Inhale and bend your knees again to touch your head. Exhale, now keeping your knees bent, Open up those hip flexors. You want the knees pointing higher. And then feet up to the sky. Breathing in. Breathe out. Lift your right arm up towards your feet if you're opting to try your unsupported shoulder stand. Otherwise, just rest your hands on your middle back. Breathing 3, 2, and 1. Slowly returning your hands onto the floor, bend your knees again. Breathing in, and round the back slowly onto the mat. Breathe out. Taking a deep breath, inhale, grab hold of your hamstrings, roll up to boat pose, exhale. Sit up tall, extend your arms in front. If you manage, straighten your legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep going. Breathe in. Good. Shoulders relaxed. Breathe out. Go for another 2 breaths. And from here, we'll be taking ourselves into a vinyasa. And it might be helpful to have blocks under the hands for when we hop back. Otherwise, do without. 1 more breath. And try not to let your feet touch the ground, but do cross your ankles, hooking those ankles together. And so if you wanted to try and use those blocks, you'd place them right beside your hips. Inhaling and straighten the arms, and hop your feet back. And then please step back then, and lower down to chaturanga. Upward dog, inhale, let's add our double chaturanga. Exhale until we make it to downward facing dog. Breathing in, palms on the ground. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right leg up, inhale. Take your knee to your chest, exhale. We go to wild thing pose. So sway your leg out to the right side and step your foot down behind you. Keep your heel lifted. Right arm sways all the way up and towards the front of the mat. Emphasizing the work of both buttocks. Have an even lift. Letting your chest really turn out. Stay for 3, 2. We're taking this into our starfish side plank. 1. Inhale and lift your right arm. Drop it down to the mat. Exhale, bending your right knee. Take your right leg all the way towards the left side, whether you allow it to touch the floor or you keep it elevated, or even modify by dropping the knee under the hip. See if you can also grab your big toe with your left hand, pushing your foot even higher. Good. 2. See if you can take yourself into this full split by holding your foot, taking your leg towards the front of your mat, and adjusting until you can slide the hips down. Okay, point your toes there. Point the front leg as well, keeping cleaner lines. Put pillows or books underneath your hips if there is some gap. Take a deep breath, inhale, and bow down, exhale. Resting your hands, let them overlap on your feet. Or if you have been practicing any other split variations, like binding with your left foot or any other playful thing you have going on. Use this time. Okay, inhale yourselves up. Exhale with the help of your hands. You adjust the hips to move backwards so you can step your right foot there in between those palms. Taking this into a standing split. Inhale the left leg all the way up. Exhale, bow your head down. Use your right hand to hold your ankle, letting your elbow hide behind the knee. Keeping the shoulders back and you look forward, try holding with the left hand as well. Navel in. As long as you're pushing your chest forward, you'll be able to balance better. Leaving your hands now on the floor, inhale, look forward. Exhale and bend both knees so that your knees go side by side. Square those hips now and look forward. Bring your palms together towards the front, and as you stand, inhale, lengthen. Start lifting your left knee. Exhale, and then with your left hand, catch your big toe with your peace fingers. Or hold just the knee. Now, if you are holding your foot though, you extend the leg completely in front. Breathe in. Now, spread your arms and your leg out to the side. And you can stay this way. Once again, option to hold the knee. But if you have your legs straight, slowly bow down in this halfway mark with your arms fully stretched out to the sides. Letter L now with the body. And inhaling, rise up. Exhale, your leg comes again in front. Then bring both arms to point up to the ceiling. Bending your knees like earlier. Inhale, point your left leg all the way back into a nice warrior three. Exhale, slowly drop your limbs onto the floor. Step your right leg back and rotate the ankle. Breathe in. And lower down to chaturanga. Breathe out. Squeezing the buttocks. Upward dog. Breathe in. Double chaturanga to downward dog. Breathe out. And left leg up. Inhale. Knee to chest. Exhale. Kamatkarasana. Inhale, sweep your leg to the side. Drop it down behind you. Lift your hips. Sweeping your arm up and over. Stay here. Heart higher. Both hips up. Keep your left arm near to your face and let it have a more comfortable inner rotation. Going towards the starfish side plank. Inhale, that arm up and to the mat. Exhale, bending your left knee. Shoot your leg out to the right side. Choosing your variations here. Foot on the floor, off the floor, or a knee under the hip. Breathing 4. If you want to catch your foot, use your right hand to do it. And try lifting your foot higher than its original spot. And then slowly find your way to bring your leg all the way towards the front of your mat. Readjust your hips, keep them squared. Slide down. And pointing your feet, both front and back. Breathe in. Lower down. Breathe out. Unless half split is your option for the day. Keep squaring the hips. Very good. Inhaling, hands closer towards you to sit up. Exhale and move your left foot in between your hands. Come into a standing split. Breathe in. Head down. Breathe out. Hold your left ankle. Wrap your elbow behind the knee. Spread your shoulders back. If you're opting for the fully unsupported version, then you gaze forward to keep more center of gravity wider, and then hold with your right hand. Calm down the breath. And with both hands down, bend your knees. Gazing forward, really try and clip those thighs together. Inhale and stretch your arms all the way up, and as you stand tall, that right knee comes in front. Exhale, and then you can hold the big toe with your peace fingers or hold the knee. Once you feel stable, spread your leg and arm out to the side. Stay standing if your knee is bent. If your leg is straight, you fold halfway down, forming that nice letter L with your whole body. Go ahead. Just try again. Okay, slowly come up, breathe in, and bring your leg there in front of you. Breathe out, both arms up. Then, bending your knees, warrior three. Inhale and extend your right leg all the way back until you're in a capital T. Exhale, lower your limbs onto the mat. Step to plank and rotate your left ankle. Breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Engaging the buttocks, breathe into upward dog. You have your double chaturanga into downward dog. Sway side to side. Let's do our frog leap. If you have a handstand practice, you may develop it into that. If you feel like moving yourself towards a wall, you have time to do so. Try not to do more than 5, or if you really want to push it, no more than 8. And just bend your knees with the feet closer towards you and hop the knees out to the sides. It helps to connect your feet to one another because it gives your body the sense that energy is more centralized. So keep that attempt going, trusting the shoulders as they lean forward, slightly past the hands. Go ahead, take a few breaks in between if you need to. One more. Unless you're doing your handstand, stay in it if you like. Okay. Drop your knees together. Point your toes out to the sides of your mat and wiggle the hips down for hero pose. Taking your feet in, wrapping it around the body. Take both arms above you and grab your elbows. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now from there, lower your hands onto your lap. Slowly come up onto your knees, adjusting your legs to be hip-width apart. Lengthen the lower back here. We're moving towards our camel pose. And we'll do several. One breath or one inhale to lean back, and exhale to re-engage the abdomen to find yourselves in this starting point. Start with your left hand supporting the sacrum. Make sure it's right there in the middle. Fingers pointing down, shoulders rolled back. Lift your right arm, breathe in and stretch towards the back of your mat. Exhale, let's sit and switch hands. Inhale. Exhale. If the knees are sensitive, you can place a blanket underneath them. Inhale. Exhale. It helps to follow where your fingers go, then you have a bit of a guide. Aiming to even touch the floor if you allow your hips to lean back. So go now at a pace that suits your breath and suits your goals. You may stay longer in your seated position if you need more recovery time. Just make sure to work with your breath. And if you feel like the lower back has had enough, you just take a longer break. Where you are, complete that set and add one more. And when you finish, go into your child's pose. Slowly sitting up, inhale. Exhale, place your hands either flat on the mat, preferably on the block so you have a bit more elevation. We're gonna try and hop our feet through our hands from where we are. So a preliminary is just to lift the pelvis and lift the knees with the toes pointed. Breathing in. And then just hop your feet tucking your toes, breathe out. And lifting up, then landing on your toes, lifting up and flexing them. Keeping that rounded spine, again, point your toes. And in this next one, try and bring your feet forward and then sit. Okay, extend your legs, point your toes, reach both arms up, breathe in, and stay down. Again, toes are just stretched away from you, and you actually let your hands push them even more to the front. Let's go to Purvottanasana. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale and take these hands behind you, fingers pointing forward, or at most, if you need to modify, fingers to the long ends of your mat. Then, stay here on your inhale. And all together now, exhale your hips off the ground, looking up to the ceiling. Inhale, bring your hips slightly down. Exhale and hips up. Inhale, slightly down. Work with the leg muscles and buttocks. Exhale. Twice more, breathe in. Breathe out. Even higher. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale and hips to the ground. Then release your hands. Keep your toes pointed. Let's roll ourselves to lie down. Exhale. Hands onto the floor beside your hips. Take your body into a bridge pose. Breathe in. With your back flat on the mat, start tucking the tailbone. Roll your hips up. Fingers closer to your feet. Breathe 3. Hips higher. 2. 1. Roll your back slowly down. Breathe in. Again, roll your hips all the way up. Breathe out. Breathing 3. 2. 1. Roll your hips down. Pausing, breathe in. And last round, breathe out. Now you can take this version into your wheel pose or stay in bridge. Do any variations you're attempting now in your wheel. If you are in your bridge pose, just try and really press the top of your shoulders into the mat. Work with the hamstrings and with the buttocks. And make sure your thighs don't go wider than your hips. And let's release, rolling down. Hands beside your pelvis, breathe in. Flat back, breathe out. Inhale to neutral, space underneath the lower back. Exhale, press it down. Inhale. And exhale. Take your hands underneath your head and cross your right leg over the left and twist to your left. Change sides. Then come back and lift your hands and feet in the air, rotating ankles and wrists. Leave them there, hanging softly. Breathe 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees to your chest. Then roll over to the right side. And slowly move up to sitting. Cross your legs. Closing your eyes. Dwell on each breath. Fill your minds with all possibilities, all potential. Fill your mind with adventure, with creativity, and with passion. Thank you for your practice today, and God bless you. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.